Rafael Cuenca here with Deptap.com. Here we are with Andy Ristaino. How would you compare this festival to something like Comic-Con in San Diego?
One thing, you can actually walk down the halls. Comic-Con is usually so jam-packed it's hard to get anywhere.
Tell us a little bit about how you got into the industry and how you got into art.
All my older siblings used to draw, so I just growing up just drew. I always wanted to do comics and animation. Been doing comics since 1999. I just kind of drew comics and then I sent them to publishers, and only one publisher wanted to publish them. This publisher, SLG, published my first book. In the industry, I work in animation on the show called Adventure Time. I do design for Adventure Time. I saw the short for that show and I was like, oh, if that gets made into a show, I really want to work on it. And I had friends who started working on the show when they were in production, and I just did tests for the show and eventually I got a job on it.
Who are your earliest influences?
Earliest would probably be like Dr. Seuss, Richard Scarry, like children's book authors. Growing up, I used to read like X-Men comics, like Arthur Adams, Adam Davis, a lot of Adams. Katsuhiro Otomo, the guy who drew Akira. Jeff Darrow, who did Rusty the Robot Boy.
And for the uninitiated fans, can you talk to us about your body of work?
I do two comics. One's called Escape from Dullsville and one's called The Babysitter. Escape from Dullsville is basically about a fetus who gets sick of being in the womb and jumps out early and then goes on a road trip and gets like abducted by aliens, hangs out with beatniks and anarchists, gets flushed down a toilet and goes into the sewers. All this crazy stuff happens to this fetus. Steals a truck, probably the least crazy thing I've listed, but still, for a fetus, that's pretty crazy. The Babysitter is a spin-off. It's about this character who lives in Japan, and it's kind of like the pop culture world of Japan where there's always giant monster attacks and alien invasions, and like that's just a common part of your everyday life. So it's just about living in a world like that.
Can you talk to us a little bit about current projects that you're working on right now?
I've been doing a lot of prints, just kind of like one-off artist prints for art shows. Shorter comics, none of which have been published yet. And then currently I work on Adventure Time doing design.
Any message for the young and upcoming artists that want to break into the industry?
Keep drawing and really be critical of yourself, and really work to improve the things that you see are wrong with your work. Eventually you'll make it. Just keep working at it.